All right, babies, welcome back to the Penthouse. We have a special guest on this couch today, and you guys might know her as the Queen in Lettos, Miss Aliya Janell. She's a choreographer. She is a trendsetter. She is a star of her own right, and she's here. So welcome to the couch.
Yay!
Thank
so
y'all for
happy.
having me. Period. We're happy to have you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, please get me out of the house.
Yes, quarantine has not been our friend. And especially for you because, and I'm like really sad for you because you dance quite often. So not being able to dance with people takes like the energy out of, you know, what you're creating.
Right.
So I'm sorry. It's been like a year and a half.
Girl.
Yes.
I'm like, you have overstayed your welcome.
Leave.
You have overstayed. But you know what? What I will say is I'm an alchemist. So I will always find a way to keep going.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm an alchemist. We're always turning it around.
Yes.
So if we have to adapt to the environment to where now we're going to have to turn things online for me to connect with my audience, and that's what it's going to be.
Which we have been
She's
seeing,
not going to stop,
but
though.
you're already a pioneer in that industry, and we're already off on a this is how I know that we're going to have a great interview. You guys are welcome. The content is here for y'all. Okay, so we're going to back it up. Because
so good.
No, seriously, because
so
I know who you are because I've been following you for a while, but I have like I have a dancer heart. I was really young when I started dancing, and then I lost like way too many like recital uniforms, so my mom made me stop.
Okay.
But I like watching dancer videos. So for the people that do not follow you, you are a choreographer, but you were Instagram famous before Instagram famous was a thing. You know, and I really like. We're gonna nail that because now everybody just wants to be famous for no reason. You have a niche. And me and Christopher talk about niche marketing all the time. It's very important when people want to thrive. You have one thing that you have knelt into, you have done the work over and over, you put in your 10,000 hours, and now you are very, very successful in your craft, which we love. So we're gonna rewind back to the beginning. When you started dancing, the first thing I have to ask you is because nobody knows. I looked up you on the internet and nobody knows where the heck you're from.
Really?
Promise. I was looking and it's like, she was born in the USA. I'm like,
that doesn't help me at all.
Not at all. So where are you
She's
from?
from here.
Oh, she's
born
from
and raised here.
Okay, that's huge.
Yeah, I'm a Cali girl.
No, I was
I'm
like,
a Cali girl.
that's crazy. Were you born LA? Or are you just?
No, I think she was born somewhere in like the Valley or something.
What?
Like that. Yeah. Aliya was in the Valley.
That makes sense. Aliya from LA. No, we like that. I just literally didn't know. Okay, so rewind. We know where the culture comes from now because you do have a very LA vibe. You wear it very well. But where does the passion for dance come from?
Well, you know what's interesting? Okay, so a lot of people don't know this, so you're hearing this exclusively on the Penthouse.
Period.
But my great-grandmother was a singer and dancer, like right around like the Duke Ellington age. You know what I'm saying?
She was jazzy.
And I feel it just runs in the family. We're just a family of entertainers, but the entertainers have never really like pursued it because while they're so talented, they're so just what is the word? So like introverts, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like that thing where it's together, but then it's so opposite, if that kind of makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
But I feel like, just to answer your question, because I can run off too, it runs in the family, but I have always been into dancing. I've always been the star. I like the attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll just flat out right now.
But that's good. The awareness. We love to see it.
I like the attention, and I don't think dance ever became a situation to where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for a living. It's always just been, I love doing it, and I always get like such an amazing response.
When you dance and the way that you move, it's very Lettos, it's very sexy, it's very empowering as a woman, you know? I want you to tell me, one, how did you come up, you know, feeling this good about yourself? And even like, you know, the curves and the movement and all of that stuff, from where I come from, they kind of labeled it as provocative, or, oh, you shouldn't be, you know, dancing like that. It's gonna seduce people. I don't know. So like, how did
I hope it does.
Period. That's what it's made for. You know, but like, how did you learn to be comfortable with yourself and not allow people's judgment or misrepresentations to come to you? Because you're a very sweet girl. You don't come off as, you know, a temptress or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're just amazing, you know? So I don't understand, but I need you to teach me. How do I be so sexy?
I think the industry has really taught me that sex is good. Sex sells, sex is entertaining, sex, you know, is okay. Because everybody has their own experience with it, whether you want to think of the actual act or if you want to think of, you know, just the love of seduction and intimacy, like, and it's okay, because that's how you got here, B. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
So the industry has taught me, like, damn, wow, they want us to show our skin. They want us to, you know, show off these curves, whatever. And there's, honestly, the industry has its own flaws, but how I kind of came about is I know what I wanted to feel like. I know what I wanted my students to feel like. I wanted them to feel, if they may not feel okay with doing all of that outside, but when they come into this room, this is their escape. This is their what is that word? Utopia? This is their safe haven.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I needed to lead by example. How is somebody who's like fiending to dance, fiending to like be sexy, to do this for their man, whatever, how is someone going to be able to do that if they don't have an example?
Yeah.
So I needed to, and you know what, my dad was very, very confident in himself, sometimes a little too overconfident.
Okay,
but I
Daddy.
think that's where I get it from. You know, he's just like black king. I'm a black king. Look at what I got. Like, he just knows himself.
Yes.
He knows himself. He understands himself, and he loves himself. And I think that had that kind of, you know, I learned by his example, where I'm like, he is just too, but actually I actually
Never
respect
enough.
it now.
Yeah.
It's right, exactly. So, and I feel good. I feel good sharing my body in the way that I do, and to come to find out, it inspires other women to be able to do that same thing. And we should celebrate our body, and we should celebrate what it looks like. We should celebrate all that it has to offer, and its movement, and how it feels, and all of that. Because why not? That's a part of self-love. And if you feel okay doing it, if you feel happy doing it, then keep doing more of it, no matter what anybody says.
Yes.
Because they need to find it for themselves, and pray for them. If they don't like it, fine, don't look. Go somewhere else. Change the channel.
Unfollow. Period. Okay.
Change the channel. It is not that difficult. Shoot, other people like it, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yes, and you look good doing it. You're very, like, and that's the crazy part. You do it so effortlessly that it's like it's you, and I like that. Next question is: I saw in my stalking review that your parents wanted you to go to college because of the list, and we all know what the list is of this is what we should do next. I had a similar conversation with my parents, which we agreed that if I went to college after I graduated, they would leave me alone and I can do whatever I want. So we did that. We got a degree in 3 years, but you were like, okay, Mom and Dad, I'm gonna go to school, but I'm gonna pursue my passions on the side
At the same time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, while you were going to school and pursuing your passions, did you know at that point that dance was going to be your bread and butter, or were you just like, I'll get a skill and I'll dance on this? Like, how did you know that dance was where it's going to be for you?
Right. I think I always knew that entertainment was it. And I went to school for communications and broadcasting because I like to talk. I love, I just love conversation and just, I love it.
So you were going to be in front of the camera regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
Yes.
Thank you. Exactly. Dancing was always a passion, and I think I just subconsciously knew that it was going to happen for me. But sometimes and I tell my students this all the time, when you think about the how, when you think about the when you think about all the details, it kind of like
weighs you down.
It weighs you down and kind of discourages you because you don't have all the answers. And the truth of the matter is you just have to just be in it and let the answers come to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I did, going to school while balancing going to class and doing the things. And then one thing kind of led to another, and the answers started coming. The bookings started coming. The necessary people, the choreographers, the attention, whatever the situation, the opportunities just started flowing in. But you have to just get started. And a lot of people, just because they're trying to search for all these answers and they can't make sense of it in their head, they just don't start. And it's like, damn, I've always wanted to dance, but but the list.
The
right.
list. Okay. So in this explanation that you just gave, there was a few things that we have to point out because my followers know that I'm really big on doing the work, and I'm really big about manifestation, law of attraction, all these things that we talk about.
Oh, she's spiritual, honey.
Oh, she's spiritual.
She's so spiritual. The universe is my best.
The crown.
Friend, yeah.
But and it's beautiful. But the part that really bothers me is that I feel like growing up, nobody teaches you how to have access to these resources. And so you do have to do the work, and you have to do it on your own. But I'm a firm believer of I'm sharing the information. What I'm not about to do is grab this information for myself and not let you guys have access. So I want you to tell the people how you learned to manifest, where you found the law of attraction. Did someone teach it to you? Did you find a book? Did you see a podcast? Where are we getting this knowledge?
Right. So I will always give credit. So the first choreographer that I started assisting, she was very spiritual. She was very, and at first, like, you know, a person that doesn't really know this information, looking at somebody like that, that's about the universe and about energy and about spirituality and crystals and radiation. It's almost like,
right,
kind of weird.
And you think they're witchy. You think they're like scary. Yes.
However, until I saw the car she was driving, until I saw the life that she had, until I saw the man that she was so madly in love with and he was in love with her back, until I saw the life that she was living, until I realized how happy she was, I'm like, oh, well, okay, she might be a little weirdo, but she has everything that she wants and she's so happy. And isn't that the pursuit? I mean, isn't that the pursuit that we all want to like be on? Find this happiness, find this freedom, find this lightness.
Love.
You know what I'm saying? So it was her. And then my fiance, my now fiance, soon to be husband, Tally Brinson. Okay, he's in the building, but you can't see him.
Yes. Always in the building.
Also, always in the building. He is also very spiritual and also practices, you know, these meditation and reading and and just information and studying all of these alchemists too. And we started reading The Power of Now together by Eckhart Tolle, something like that. If you guys haven't read that book, Power of Now, oh my God, has so many answers, so many like aha moments where it's like, oh, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do to apply all of these things that make sense to me, but I don't really know how to use.
Right.
And I think that's a lot of people today. It's like, yes, positive energy, yes, all of this and law of attraction, da, da, da. They don't know how to apply it though. They don't know how to speak the right words. They don't know how to watch the appropriate things. They don't know how to listen to, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to meditate. They don't know how to just sit in quiet and just
be
with themselves and be present.
Yes.
So how do I apply all of these ideas that make sense, but how do I get it to work? So to answer your question, so it's the choreographer and then my honey.
What I have, to ask you is something that I struggle with. I am a dreamer, and I have gotten every single thing that I've ever dreamed. I have put my mind to, and it comes to me, and it's like you almost feel that deja vu feeling of like, wow, I really dreamt this, and now I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? It's very sweet, but you get to this point where there's a shifting season, and I'm in the season right now to where I have literally amassed everything that I've ever could desire, and now there has to be new desires being formed and being bloomed. So I say to you, looking from the outside in, you are 26 and very powerful. I'm 27. I feel like I'm very powerful.
You are.
I am setting a good example, and I've done these things, but everybody always asks me, what's next? And that question sometimes bugs me, because I'm like, one, it feels like, oh, this is not enough. Like I have been giving my, whole life to everything, but at the same time, there is that question of like, what do I desire next? What is the big overall kind of picture? And do you have, a process for that? Do you think like, all right, this is what I want out of life? Or do you think I have no end goal, I just want to enjoy this process step by step? Or is it a mixture of both?
Right. I think, that's really nice. That's a really great question, because I feel like I've kind of gone through the same thing too, because I've been teaching all of these classes and life is just, the life of a dancer, the life of a choreographer. And I have gotten to a point where I'm like, damn, I kind of am okay with not teaching anymore. I think I'm not as inspired. Honey, I don't want to teach class today, but I need to show up for my students because people travel from all over the world to take my classes.
But that gives me chills,
yeah, but I'm like, I don't want to.
You got to show up for yourself too.
You got to show up for yourself, right? But what is it that I want to do? So I think my answer to you and to anybody else that feels this is like, try to, well, first of all, enjoy what you have. You don't have to be on it all the time. Like, enjoy your home, enjoy your husband,
right?
Enjoy your dog, enjoy life, and just find fun.
But do you not feel guilty when you're doing that? That's my problem, because I do want to enjoy my life. I want to take a gap year, sis. I deserve a gap year to be able to sit and you know, relish in all of the experience that I've built. But at the same time, I feel that guilt of like, you know what? Like, shouldn't I be doing this? And I don't know where that guilt comes from, of like, who put this expectation on my life? Because I sure didn't. I like to chill. So do you have that expectation of like, yeah, I do want to chill, but I probably should be doing something else, so let me go.
Right. I hop from like one scenario to the next, and what I realize is this is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to make these decisions. These are good problems to have, just to let you know. These are really great problems to have, and let me realize that, because I would much rather be in this place where I'm like, do I just sit here and chill and enjoy, or do I go start something else?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I think this is where we want it to be, and I think we need to let our universe know, like, yes, I want this, but then at that same time, like, be grateful that these, you know, are good problems, but then just some things are left for the universe to take care of, and sometimes it's okay to not know the answer, but just know that you want to open yourself up to a new hobby or something. Like Penthouse, where did Penthouse come from? Like, I don't think anybody is expecting this. I don't think anybody is like, wait, Bayleigh does this? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, think about that time where you're like, you know what? I just want to invite people into my beautiful home, and I just want to have good meaningful conversation that's going to help my audience. Think about that time where you were just like, it's just going to happen. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's from what you're watching, what your husband says. Like, you kind of just be open to it. Don't force it. Don't try to look for it. Just water the seed and just walk away. And then when you come back, it's gonna be a full-grown garden
that we can eat from, and it'll nourish our body.
Yeah. But point is, I think you have to enjoy whatever you do. You just have to enjoy, because the universe had set all of this up for you and gave you all of this, and enjoy. Because the last thing that what I tell my students is, when you're finally in a place that you were striving for, the worst thing that you can do is be like, yeah, I'm here, but when is the next thing gonna happen? Or like, what next bad thing is gonna happen? Because, you know, like, I'm always up for solving problems, and like, that's the way our mind works. It's always wanting to solve something. Be
at peace.
But be at peace. And you know what? Be okay, and be content with where we are, and know that if something comes that I just, you know, that I'll be passionate about, or that I don't mind doing, I'm gonna let it come. And it'll come when it's supposed to come. It'll come when it's supposed to come, and when you're ready for it.
Okay.
But enjoy where you are.
I'm enjoying it. I just need to enjoy it more, because I'm over here like, wow. No, it's like that. Like,
enjoy, and just enjoy where you are. And when somebody says, what's the next thing? Just be like, you'll see.
I needed to wear my hair down today, because there's been so many hair flip moments. This bird is sabotaging my life. Okay, we're gonna take a really sharp left turn, because I want to talk about some other stuff that's fun. But it's like, kind of like, I need your like honest opinion, which I don't think that you'll ever hold back. But I want to know, you're born and raised LA, so it might be different for you. But LA has been a place where I've struggled a little bit with finding genuine people, and finding,
I was just talking about this.
Yeah, but it's hard. And then there's a lot of people here that are so, you know, self-centered, that they can't see anything in front of them. And people like me and you that like thrive off of supporting other people. I want to see people win. It's kind of hard. So what is your experience when it comes to supporting queens, or queens supporting you, or finding genuine relationships? Do you just need your man? Does it not matter to you? Do you get your feelings hurt? Talk to me. Because my feelings be hurt. I'm like, but I love them, and they were not nice to me. Yeah, so just tell me.
Okay, support. First of all, my honey has been there since day one. Let's get that clear. So for all my queens who are still attracting their men, like, that has to be a necessity, because I feel like I really wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for the support and the love that I have at home from my fiance. So that's number one. Okay. Yes, it is kind of difficult to find real people here, because I know how valuable I am, and I know you know how valuable you are, and what you can bring to, you know, other people's situations.
Anything.
But at that same time, it's like you kind of have to put yourself out there, and you gotta collaborate and da 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 da. But nothing is, you're not about to F up this energy, okay? So if I don't feel it, you know, like in our first conversation, or just things need to be right. And I am now trusting my feeling and my energy. Like when I saw your direct message, I was like, yes, already. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. You know what? It was just an energy that was there. The way that you came at me, the way that you kind of like explained everything, the love that you gave. Number one, like I just need, if I collaborate with anybody, I need to feel the love, and I want them to receive my love.
Yes.
Like it kind of has to just be this beautiful exchange. And if you don't feel that with somebody, I don't care how many followers they have. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they're the most successful person. It's just not worth it for your energy.
Yeah.
Your energy is so valuable, and there's so many energy vampires out here that like to suck it all out of you. And because people are so driven by all of this like superficial stuff, the money, the numbers, the followers, it's like they'll just give it away. And I feel like I've come to a point now where I'm just so used to working with people who actually deserve it. You know what I mean? I've been working with people who are just so full of love, who appreciate me, and I appreciate them right back. It's like it's just not worth it.
You can't take
so you
anything
kind of just have to ask for really quick, great judgment and just energy. I have it tatted. I have trust the vibes, energy never lies. You have to trust it. You know what I mean?
So you are somewhat of an empath. Would you say that about yourself? So you can feel it.
And I can feel it right away. I could feel it just by going through. I can feel it by going through your pictures. I can feel it like I can, and I'm trying to sharpen that up. I'm not perfect, so don't get me wrong.
Practice.
So sometimes I might get something wrong, but if I feel it and then later I learn that it wasn't it, that's just what it was.
That's life.
That's life.
Yes.
That's the lessons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm trying to sharpen up this, you know, my energy thing.
You're good. We can work on this.
You know?
Okay, we'll work on this. I want to know this because you're a communicator, and I love the way that you communicate. It's very poetic. You're a very artistic person, and I like that. I want to know how you are in conflict because, I would like to know because, like, the communication is important.
You can ask.
I need to know from your perspective because are you a person that'll be like, okay, babe, you're making me mad. We're gonna communicate about this. Are you like throwing things from across the room? Like where
are we talking about the first 5 minutes while we were in the argument?
Yes.
Because the first 5 minutes
that
she's
says
throwing
a lot,
things.
though. Is she?
No, I'm not throwing things. I'm not throwing things. But we're definitely raising our voices. We're definitely like forgetting about everything that we practice and everything that we believe in.
Of course.
We know that you cannot solve a problem with yelling and screaming and throwing things. But in that moment, honey, I need to.
The flesh is up. Yeah.
The flesh is up,
Yes.
and I just need to be in this ego right now.
Yes.
Because that's what makes me feel good. Because
Yes.
swallowing this
Of
right
course.
now and giving you it and letting you
But
win.
as soon as you recognize it, don't you feel like
I feel stupid.
Yes, and
Feel
I feel
dumb.
so mad at myself because
So
I'm
mad at
like,
myself.
oh, now you have to apologize.
Yeah,
and
'cause you
did
know exactly what
and
you
did the
did.
most, and you went too far, and you knew that you were going too far. And,
Right.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, so no, that's me. I'm not perfect, y'all. So like people that look at me, they're like, you always have the answers. You're probably so like, no, I have my flaws, child. I have my flaws, and I will openly say it.
Well,
and
you're only 26. People can't expect you to be perfect.
Oh my God, no, I have my flaws, and I'll just throw everything that I study out the window. Everything that I know is right will just go right off of this freaking beautiful penthouse and will land right down on what street this is. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
she's gone. They're gone.
Okay, what's your pet peeve?
Okay, there's several.
What?
Are we talking about in the kitchen? Are we talking about in the bathroom? Are we talking in the bedroom?
Give me a list from okay, let's go. I'm like, bedroom. Okay, let's go. Let's do kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom.
Okay,
let's
kitchen,
do all of it.
I do not like, if you're not finished with your food and you have food left over, you cannot put that food in the sink.
Oh, and then start the dishwasher. Oh, I hate that.
You need to throw away your food in the trash.
And then rinse it off.
And then rinse it off.
Yes.
Make some little bubbles
Yes.
to kind of like You know what I'm saying? It's inviting. It's
That,
like,
those
ooh, I want to watch
chunks
this.
in the water.
Ew, I can't.
Okay.
I don't like napkins thrown on plates. When you're finished with your plate, do you throw your napkin on
No,
there?
but you're supposed to, aren't you?
Are you?
Yeah, like
I'm
etiquette.
just
I
leave
don't.
it on the side, not on the plate.
See, that's the crazy part. When you go to like a fancy restaurant, they want you to put your napkin over your plate to signal that you're done, so then they can come get it.
Okay, well those are nice napkins.
Okay,
though.
you're
That's
talking
nice
about.
napkins. I'm talking about at the cookout, okay? I'm talking about at the cookout with all your greasy, nasty
And the barbecue stains.
barbecue stains. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
fair.
On the plate with the mac and cheese, like mixed.
Okay, fair. Let's skip
No.
to the bedroom because I'm curious now.
Bedroom. See, what's my pet peeve in the bedroom? Well, I just don't like clothes out, even though that's definitely what I do. I just don't like.
Are you domestic?
I feel like I can.
It's the pause for me.
My fiance is saying no.
It was the pause for me.
I feel like I can.
But you're.
I guess
it's not a preference.
It's not a preference.
There we go.
Thank you.
Listen,
Yes.
I'm queen of domestic. It's not my preference. I am capable. But does she do it?
Does
Absolutely
she do it?
not.
No. Is it my choice? Absolutely not.
So you have other strengths.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. She will throw down in other places.
And my man taught me to outsource.
Yes, outsource. Yes,
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Segue. We're talking about you and your servant heart. Because I will say this, you are a queen and you deserve to be spoiled, and there are people that serve you, but you do serve people quite a lot. This trait, not a common trait amongst people. Are you a people pleaser, pause, or are you someone that just loves to give?
I'm someone who loves to give. I am.
She said, oh, go ahead, let it out.
I wish you would. No, I think I was, when I was green, and I was like very new to the industry, yes, I would give all of my time away. I would work for free. I would just, because I thought that's what we're taught, you gotta work your way up. You gotta learn, you gotta know the struggle in order for you to find the success, when it's like, no. Why can't I get everything that I want and be in this place and have that queen-like energy all the way through?
When did it click
Why
for
do I
you?
have to struggle?
You don't. But when did it click? Because the value, learning your value is something that I feel like a lot of people don't get.
I think after 2 years of being an assistant, 2 years of making somebody else's dream come true and making their dream my dream. Pause. Making their dream my dream is when I realized, I was like, is that why I came on this earth? Is that why I was born, to make all of your dreams come true and be known as, it's so-and-so's girl. That's so-and-so's girl. Oh, who's that cute little black and Filipino? Oh, that's so-and-so's assistant. No. Her name is Aliya Janell Young. Thank you very much. And you're gonna know that and you won't forget it. So, I mean, not after 2 years, but I mean, I was assisting for 2 years, but I mean, it took me all that time up in, from community college, right after high school, all the way up until then. So I'm gonna say like a good, 7 years until I realized I need to do something for myself.
So I watched the video of you kind of explaining the situation of you working underneath someone.
Yeah.
And that person ended up, taking advantage of your passion and your...
I think so, yeah.
And it's only right. It's kind of a common thing. But what I want for you to do is 2 things, actually. I want you to tell a younger Aliya Janell, like a little pep talk on getting out of a situation where somebody is undervaluing you, because I need people to hear that. The second thing, which we'll come back to after your pep talk, that I want you to know is, I want you to kind of lean into when you start doing better than people who put you on, how that reaction can sometimes hinder your progression, and you have to take that leap of faith to get out from underneath that person to do your own thing.
Right.
So 2 things.
Pep talk.
Give baby Lily a pep talk on recognizing her value, and then we'll talk about how you took that leap of faith.
Okay. So, baby
Right
Lily.
there. Give it to her.
Baby Lily, you already know what's up. So the thing is I need you to pay attention to the red flags. I need you know what's right and wrong. You know what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And I need you to pay attention to that. And as soon as you feel that thing, whether it's something said, whether it's an action, when you feel that there's something wrong in the situation where you feel like someone is maybe not the person that you thought, or somebody is just coming at you crazy, even though you may be younger and even though you may feel like you're new, respect is respect. And your energy is your energy and your value is your value. So either you need to confront that problem and communicate, because you're not a very good communicator. I know that about you. You're not a very good communicator right now. I need you to put on your grown woman panties, because you're gonna be a queen someday, and demand what you need. Demand what you need, and if that's not given, then you are out of that situation, because there's so many things that you can do. There's so many things that you can be. There's so many things that you can do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? At this point, instead of making somebody else's dreams come true, because you came here for you. You did not come here for the people that you look up to and the people that you are so inspired by. Yes, have them have them give you love from a distance. Sometimes you don't need to be right on somebody's hip in order for them to bring you to where you think that you should be. Sometimes you kind of just have to let go and be for yourself and let that carry you on, and that's what you do in the future.
Boundaries, period.
Yeah, that was my problem. It was just, I would see the red flag. When I'm talking to somebody, or like when I'm in an action, I'm literally saying in my head, this is wrong. This is wrong. You don't feel good. Oh my God, you're good. You're
that emotional set point. Which you gotta have that. Yeah, you gotta know that
like,
scale.
I would be in the situation and talk so much crap afterwards because I didn't have the willingness, the willpower to like say something right then and there, because I didn't really like confrontation. I still don't like confrontation, for real. Sometimes I'll just let it go, and maybe, I don't know, does that make me a people pleaser? I don't know, but that's definitely something that I have to work on. It might be your personality. Yeah, where I'm just like, okay, like I'll go through it now, but I'm never coming again. Yeah. You'll never see me again. You'll never hear from me again. I'll let it slide right now because I don't like confrontation. I don't know. But yeah, you'll just never see me again. And if I do, I don't know. Again, it's protecting my energy. And now that I know that, protecting my energy, knowing my value, I'll have no problem walking out on somebody. I've done it several times. And then what was the second part?
You taking a leap of faith to start Queens and Lettos.
Yeah, okay, so I was like, at this point, Queen, at this point, Aliya, anything will be better than this. Oh. Anything will be better than this. It
got bad.
She was in a cute little situation, and it's like literally anything will be better than this. And I think what you don't know, you don't have all the answers right now, but what you do know is you don't want to be here anymore. So get out.
Yes.
That's what people need to realize. Like, even in toxic relationships, you don't want to be there, but maybe you don't have the idea of the man that you want to be with, or you don't have all the money, or you're not comfortable, or you're not confident. It's fine if you don't know those answers. Just know that you don't want to be in this relationship. So just take that first step and just get out. And that's exactly what I did. And I kind of left it to the universe, and the universe gave me all the answers. The universe said, why don't you teach your own class? You've been assisting somebody for so long. You've been in class.
The ins and outs.
You know the ins and outs. You've learned what you liked. You've learned what you disliked. So find who Aliya is as a teacher and as a choreographer, and go for it.
Last question about this. Did you ever get an apology from that person, or did they not even acknowledge the hurt that they caused you?
Well, it's so funny that you ask. We actually just reconnected. Reconnected a few months ago. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So it's like, if you put myself in your position, if you put yourself in my position, and it may not seem like a big deal to others or to, people outside looking in, but I was really, really hurt by this whole thing, because I thought that this was my best friend.
Yes.
I thought this was my friend. I thought this was my mentor, somebody I looked up to. Somebody that I looked up to, and then just realizing that it was a whole like manipulation, basically. And she reconnects with you and tries to be like, hey, so what had happened? And to her, it may seem like, it just, we were both learning, and for you, it was like, no, it was very
destroyed me. Yeah,
like almost. Yeah, you almost did.
Yes.
And thankfully, I had like that bit of energy, that to like get myself out. But now it's like I'm in such a good place now where I don't even want to go back there. So it's like so she's like, ooh, I really want to reconnect, and I would apologize, but I don't really know what I'm apologizing for, because I'm a big thing about don't apologize if you don't know what you're apologizing for. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even. She had lent her hand out, and though I really respect it, I do respect it, and I'm not a hater. I don't carry hate in this heart at all. But I'm kind of good. I'm good without you.
No,
I'm kind of good without you. And do I want to talk about it? Do I want to talk about what had happened 5 years ago?
I was literally going to say maybe 5 years ago.
I'm like, I'm still like, I don't know, because I don't even know if I want to rekindle a relationship. I don't know if I want to go back there.
Invite that energy back in.
I don't know if I want to invite that energy back in, because I'm so happy with where I'm at, and maybe we could start something new. Let's start something new. Let's pretend like none of that ever happened. Let's be here. Let's be present. I don't want to go back, because back was torture. Back was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not going back.
Now, what I will say to end this off is I'm very grateful for that experience. Though it was tough, it was everything that I needed to be who I am today. That's what I will say, and that's what I want, the audience to take from this, is that any downfall or anything that maybe, tortures or whatever, you can use any name in the book, it's needed. It's needed for you to learn whatever it is that you need to learn for you to be the woman or the man, the queen, king that you need to be later on. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the teacher that I am today if I hadn't gone through all of that.
Of course.
So I needed it, and I'm so grateful for it. Now, do I want to revisit it?
No, but everybody has to go through that, dark period in order to come out victorious. Okay. I have like 3 questions left, but I just want to know, one, do you think you're famous? I want to know. Like, what do you think about yourself?
That's so funny.
I would like to know, because
I'm well known.
You're so annoying.
I don't know. I feel like famous is like
what is that?
Beyonce's famous. Michael Jackson is famous.
Yes.
Is Aliya Janell famous? She's well known.
So you haven't reached the status of famous in your head yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
When you walk through the airport, do people recognize you?
I get a cute one or two, and it depends on where I'm at, though. Like, when I go to Atlanta, I'm so, like, people go crazy over me in Atlanta.
Because,
LA is so oversaturated. They're like, that's that dancer? Okay, whatever. There's another dancer? Okay, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Nobody's, like, paying attention to you here.
Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians are famous.
Yeah, okay.
So
you're like, there's levels.
She's popular.
She's popular.
She's well known.
Okay, fair. This is my last question.
Okay.
I want to talk about Aliya Janell legacy, because you're just a baby in your career. You've just gotten started. Obviously, we know that down the line you're going to have a family of your own, and you're going to want to build a legacy, for your line. So if you could, and I want you to manifest it right here, right now. If you could manifest what this legacy somewhat looks like, speak on it. I want you to just put it out there. What would you like for your legacy to be? And it doesn't have to be physical. It can be, emotional, spiritual, anything like that. But what is the legacy of Aliya Janell?
She had no boundaries. The legacy is using the power, this natural power that we have around us, that's literally, we have an abundance of this power, and a lot of people don't know about it yet, but we're just now getting into it. But the legacy that I'll leave behind is everybody knows how to get what they want now, and everybody they want to like do it the way that she did it, where it was like, I'm not going to work for anybody else anymore. I'm going to get it myself. I'm going to use the resources that that just comes, comes about or whatever, and I'm going to use it to my advantage, and I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to bet on myself, and I'm going to strive for whatever makes me happy unapologetically. And I'm not going to have to explain myself to anybody. It's like that type. It's like, I want it to be an energy. I want it to be an embodiment. I want it to be like this. Like, when I think of Aliya Janell, damn, I want people to think about her story, and I want them to be able to apply it and kind of like just take the take the little lessons that I've learned and kind of just apply it to them. And it's like just everything that I explained. I'm gonna manifest it for myself. I'm not even gonna just say manifest. I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna explain myself. You'll see. It's the I like to explain it as like a sniper. Like you don't see them. They're freaking on the ceiling, like literally under something. Bam, gets you.
Their aim is precise.
Before you can even blink.
I just wanted to hear you talk about it because a lot of times we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. It has to come out of your mouth. You're like, oh. And I want you to know because regardless, you're already leaving a legacy. You don't even and she's still writing it too.
Exactly. And you're young in your career, but I just want you to know that like the footprint that you'll leave behind will be one.
Self-love. I forgot to say that too.
All right, babies. Here's what I want you guys to have gotten from this conversation. Self-love, turn it up 3 notches. I want you guys to understand that you are powerful, you are strong, you have an abundance of energy around you that is willing to do whatever that you want to do in this life, and all you have to do is call upon it. I also want you guys to know that you do not have to ask permission. If you want to ask for forgiveness, that's on you, but you should be unapologetically you. You should go for it, and that your brand is unlike any other in the world. So many things that I got from this conversation, but when I tell you guys that I love you, I mean it, and I hope that you love this conversation. Please like, subscribe, and let us know how you feel about this episode of The Penthouse in the comments below. Mwah. Love you, babies. See you next time. Yay, it's over!
So cute!
That was so good. Good job,
You did so good.
That was amazing. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at us. We're changing lives.